Hi guys, my name is Paxton. Welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. I am a fourth year teacher in upstate New York, and I thought I would start this channel off with the teacher tag. I believe the creator of this, or creators of this tag, were Apples and Tiaras and Genuine. I will link their videos down below. It was quite a few years ago that they started this, but I thought it would be a good way to introduce myself to the YouTube world as a teacher and get this thing kicked off. So we're just gonna jump right in and you guys can get to know me a little bit. So the first question is, how long have you been teaching? What grades have you taught? And what is your background? So how long have I been teaching? I have taught for 3 years, officially, like real career life. So this will be my 4th year. The first 2 years of my teaching career, I was a kindergarten teacher. And then this last year, I taught 2nd grade. This year coming up, though, I'm going to be teaching 6th grade math and science. So I'm jumping on up. I also taught in a daycare, you know, the 4-year-olds getting ready to come to kindergarten for 2 summers while I was in college. And yeah, my favorite grade that I have experienced so far, even though it was just student teaching and practicum and things, was 3rd grade. So number 2, what grade do you teach? So I just said that this year will be my first year in a 6th grade setting. Number 3, where do you teach? I am in upstate New York. The past 3 years, I was at a charter school in an urban setting. I'm moving out to a rural setting this year to a public school. Number 4, how many students are in your class? For this year coming up, like I just said, I moved to a new school, and also it's summer right now and it's Corona time, so I don't actually know how many kids are going to be in my class this year, this fall. I do know that because I'm just the math and science teacher, I will have all the 6th graders that are in the school filtering into my class for those 2 subjects, but I will have a homeroom. I'm kind of guessing it'll be somewhere between 15 and 20 students, but like I said, I'm not sure. Number 5, what is your ideal class size? The smaller the better, for sure. Ideally and realistically, in the 15 to 18 range would be really awesome. If it gets much bigger than that, it can be a little overwhelming, and the ability levels vary that much more, and all of that jazz. Number 6, what is your favorite drink from Starbucks? I am not a Starbucks gal. I'm a Dunkin' gal. I would much rather pay $2 for a nice coffee than $5. So at Dunkin', I get a nice coffee with cream, sugar, and usually mocha, but of course they have their fun seasonal flavors and things like that. Thin Mint is probably my favorite flavor when it's time for that. A couple years ago they had fudge brownie swirl. That was actually the best ever, but I haven't seen it since. Number 7, your favorite online resource. I imagine most teachers say teachers pay teachers for this, and that certainly has its perks. I think Pinterest is a really big help as well. And honestly, I just learned Google Classroom the past few months here because of remote learning and all of that, and I really like that. I don't know if that counts as a resource, but you can do so many things on Google Classroom, so there's that. 8, describe your perfect classroom. Big. I have been blessed the last few years with very, very nice sized classrooms. The room that I'm moving into is a bit smaller than my past few, so I'm going to need to be a little bit more creative with organization and storage and whatnot. Number 9, what is your favorite part about teaching? My favorite part is just hanging out with the kids, honestly. I, always enjoy a good break from them too, prep period and all of that, but it's fun to get to know them on a more personal level other than just their academics, and letting them get to know you in that way too. Just chilling out and having a good time. And I think it's really important to do with your students, especially the littles that I've been working with. They need to know that you are human, that mistakes happen, that you have a bad day here and there, and that it's all okay. You get through it, you get over it, you push through. So getting in the trenches and hanging out with your students is a good way to let them see how human you are. 10, your least favorite part about teaching. Meetings. Some meetings, of course, are important or beneficial or whatever, but man, if I have, 5 prep periods in a week and every single one of them is crammed with a different meeting, I'm over it. So, meetings, or at least excessive meetings. And number 11, my last question. Do you have any advice for new teachers or future teachers? Just roll with it. Roll with the punches. Stuff's gonna happen that you don't agree with, that you were not prepared for, that you never in a million years expected to happen. Just roll with it, at least in the moment. Afterwards, take some time to reflect, maybe with the other people who are involved, and see what could have gone differently or better, how you could have been more prepared for whatever happened. But in the moment, just roll with it. Be flexible. And that's kind of a general rule of thumb in teaching, I think. Be flexible. Sometimes your schedule is going to change real quick, and you're not necessarily prepared for it. Just roll with it. Be flexible. Your students will appreciate it. Your coworkers will appreciate it. You'll feel better about teaching in general if you just be flexible and hang in there. You just gotta be willing to, like I said, roll with the punches. Go with the flow. Let the pieces fall where they may. Eventually, it'll all work out and things will be fine. So that's the teacher tag. There's a little bit of background on me, my teaching, a little bit of a look at what I'm going to be teaching this year as well. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can subscribe if you feel so inclined. I know this was just my first video, but I'm looking forward to this YouTube adventure. It's something I have been considering for a couple years and finally decided that now's the time to do it, especially with a little bit of a career shift, a new school, a new grade level, whatever. Why not now? I can at least document it for myself, even if nobody watches along. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. See you soon.